Hey, it's Mark Linney with your video thought for the day. All right, yesterday we talked about 1 Samuel in 4 minutes, talking about the basic underlying theme that God can take the unexpected and make the unexpected out of it. God can take the weak and the vulnerable and make them strong and successful. Today, we're going to do 2 Samuel in 4 minutes, and the theme's a little bit different. It's almost a reversal. Today's theme goes from triumph to tragedy. We see from victory to vulnerability. It's the story of King David that unfolds in 2 Samuel. And it's a tale of a nation that's united. His throne is established, but he's a flawed hero. And we see his journey from glory into disgrace. So how can we look at 2 Samuel and wrap it up in 4 minutes? Well, I think one of the first things we need to do is consider the establishment of David's kingdom. David becomes king over all of Israel. Now, he's got chances to do it earlier. King Saul is the current reigning king, but David does not want to eclipse God's timing. He lets it unfold in God's good timing, and he finally becomes king. And when he becomes king, one of the first things he does is he conquers Jerusalem and establishes it as the capital. The Ark of the Covenant is brought to Jerusalem, and it's a wonderful illustration of God fulfilling his promises and establishing his chosen leader, but doing it on God's timeline, not humans. The second thing I'd say about 2 Samuel is it goes through the zenith of David's reign. It takes him to the glory days, talks about his military victories, the way God uses him to expand the kingdom, the way God makes a covenant with him for an everlasting dynasty. And then it also shows David's compassion and kindness, specifically to Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth. It's Saul's grandson. And it shows that true greatness involves not just achievement, but its compassion and its faithfulness to God's calling. And then third, and not to be missed, is David's fall and restoration. See, David falls in sin to Bathsheba. David should be out with his military at work, but instead David's back in the cozy confines of his castle. He's out watching and sees Bathsheba bathing on a roof down below, brings Bathsheba to him, and he takes the married Bathsheba, impregnates her, and a terrible downfall of David as he's taken away by his own desires and loses the desire to seek God first. Family turmoil really starts mounting up for him, not surprisingly. His son Absalom rebels. David ultimately repents before God, and we see their forgiveness, and out of it comes Psalm 51, one of the most profound and ministering psalms to sinners throughout all ages. His genuine repentance opens the door to restoration and to God's blessing. And that's where the theme reminds us that no one is beyond the reach of temptation. No one is beyond the scope of God's glorious redemption when we fall. So this tale of King David, a great one of Israel, is navigated through the book of 2 Samuel. It's a fascinating read, full of lots of small underlying plots, subplots, themes that can help shape and sculpt our lives. I recommend reading the book. It's in there, and I've made this your 4-minute video thought for the day.